secret leaves a trail. Beauty mixed with a mystery. Welcome to Nails by NailsByMisTe.
Hey everyone, it's T. Welcome back to my channel. I so appreciate you being here. I got some PR today and I'm excited. So I got my monthly PR from Born Pretty. Okay, we're back. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this builder gel, the 8-in-1, and I'm literally just going to do a gel overlay on a nail just to see what it looks like. It's such a pretty pink. I'm excited about trying it out. So I am going to try leaving that lid on if I can. If it keeps getting in my way, that might be a problem. So the first thing I'm going to do is just grab a little bit and I'm going to put a base gel or a base layer. The slip layer is called. So it's just a very thin layer of the gel, because gel moves better on top of gel. So we've got a nice thin layer of that. I'm going to go back in, pick up a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of working it towards the cuticle. I'm trying not to get bubbles in it, air bubbles, but I'm not the greatest at doing a gel overlay. I'll be honest. I'm going to use Gravity. I think I needed a little bit more, so I had to. Normally you do not want to pick your brush up, but I had to because I needed to pick up a little bit more product. So I'm just going to go in a circle and then kind of push it back a little, get it to the edge of my nail. And then we're just going to go back and forth bringing this down the nail. And I'm going to start like right around here, just kind of going more towards the middle. All right, so I'm going to take this brush and get my brush stand. Oh, Lord have mercy. And I'm just going to use this liner brush to drag it down on the sides where I kind of want it to go. Again, I'm not the greatest at this. I never profess to be, but that I think is part of why I like these products, because I feel like I'm able to use them and they work really well for someone like me who's a DIYer. So I'm not a licensed nail tech. I can't even say the word licensed nail tech apparently. I am not a licensed nail tech. I'm a 100% self-taught DIYer. And Born Pretty makes products, I think, that are easy for me to use because, again, we just talked about, I really am not great at doing a gel overlay. But this nail is starting to look gorgeous. I'm going to turn it upside down. I just want to pull some of it away from the sidewalls. So I'm just holding it upside down. If I was doing my own nails, I'd be holding my hand upside down right now. But, I mean, look at that. That's really pretty. That's beautiful. So I'm going to put that in the lamp. I'm going to let that cure for 90 seconds. And then we're going to use that as the base for our really, really pretty cat eye, the Marina. I'm going to use that pink as a base for it. I just think it's going to make that pop so much. But first, I got to get these brushes clean. Oh my goodness. So sorry. Spam was calling me. Apparently Spam and I are best friends. They call me all the time. I'm so freaking tired of spam phone calls. Everyone calling, hey, you're approved for your consolidation loan. I'm like, what do you know? I didn't take one. I didn't ask for one. So I don't know how I can be approved for one, but okay. All right. So, excuse me. We have got one of our, we've got the first nail curing that's got that beautiful 8-in-1 builder on it. Now this nail, I think I'm going to do a base of this slate light, okay? So this is just a milky jelly. It is not a cat eye. And we're going to use that under that bling white. So I'm going to do, I probably will do 2 coats of this so that we get a good cover. And then we're going to use that bling white, and I want to play with that water drop top coat on this nail. I think it'll look really pretty on top of that bling. So again, that's just 1 coat. We're going to put that in the lamp and let that cure. While that's doing its thing, trying to think what I want to do with this last nail. You know what? I'm going to use this color as well, again, on this nail because I'm going to do an ombre. I just think that's going to look really pretty. But I'm going to do a base of this color first. Ooh. Fuzzy. Okay, there we go. I've got enough polish on the nail, so I just need to smooth that out. I will say I'm very grateful for the partnership I have with Born Pretty. I get so excited knowing that once a month I'm going to have something amazing show up my house that I get to create with. So I'm, like I said, extremely grateful for the partnership. This is the second coat. And I think with the cat eye, I might use that gold on that cat eye. I'm trying to think how I want to do it. Trying to figure that out. I am going to do a second coat on this nail as well. I want to make sure we've got nice even base to start with before we do our ombre on here. Okay, I'm going to just turn that upside down for a second and put it in the lamp. All right, so here is our first nail with the 8-in-1 builder gel on it. It's quite lovely. Again, we've talked about it. I am not someone who feels like I can do feels very, very confident in my gel overlay. And that just felt very easy, to be honest with you. All right, so I'm going to, oh, I broke the swatching ring. Damn it, I have to do a new swatcher for that one. Oh, wow, it broke in 3 pieces. Damn, that sucker must have been broken already. I'm just going to wipe off this nail. It has that sticky surface, so I'm just wiping that off. I want to feel the nail, feel how soft and smooth it is. So I'm going to let that... Wow, that is... Oh, y'all, that is so smooth. It's like glass. All right, let's put our marina on here. Oh, look at that with that pink base that we've got. Oh, that is beautiful. And there's a fuzzy. Of course there is. I'm making a video. It has to have a fuzzy or it wouldn't be one of my videos. Let's be truthful. All right. Come on. Is it off? I can't tell. I'm sure it's probably not. I will have to say, I wish these were in those other new bottles that they have that are their 10 ml bottles, just because I have big hands. And it can be difficult sometimes for me with my big old honking hands. All right, I'm going to use the magnet to push everything away. I don't want to see any of it yet. So just want to push it all away. I just want that really pretty red. Okay. Let's take our 2 nails that we have. This first one, I'm going to ombre this gold on this nail. I just think it's going to be so pretty. So I'm going to start out down here at the tip. And you can see just how thick that is. There is so much glitter in this. It's not even funny. Okay, I'm going to put that to the side. I am going to grab an ombre brush. And I'm just going to gently start moving this around and bringing it up the nail. I want to get that pretty stiletto shape back. We've got some big hunkin' pieces of glitter we need to move around. Now, like I said, it's not really a gold, it's not really a bronze. I can say that the glitter is on the end, the big glitter pieces are a little bit more bronzy. So, I'm just kind of bringing this up. Don't want too much because I don't want it to look fat and bulky. So I'm moving the pieces around and being very intentional as to where I leave the big chunks. So I'm just kind of going up from the sides. And then I'm going to kind of make sure it's nice and smooth. Pieces are where I want them. Nothing's sticking up. That's the thing with glitter sometimes. If you don't look at it from the side, it can look like it's laying flat when it's not. So I'm going to just clean this brush off just a bit. And I just kind of want to drag this up just a little bit more. Trying to be very careful. I don't want to drag too much, but I do want it to be a little farther down the nail. Just kind of looking at, like I said, from all angles. And then I'm just gonna drag it very carefully so I don't grab too much, and pull that all the way towards the nail bed. Okay, now we could have put down the gold and brought that beigey color, which is called, again, Slate Light, which is really pretty. I really like this shade. We could have put the gold down first and the glitter, and then brought that up over it, so that was some of the glitter was covered and underneath that slate. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted it to be more of the gold just falling down the nail. So kind of like dipped your finger in gold and it's just dripping down. So that's more of what I had going on in my head, at least. Don't want to put too much on that brush when I drag it, but I do want it to have a little bit of that glitter going all the way to the cuticle area. Okay. Checking my sides, nothing too cray-cray. All right, that looks good. And it's going in the lamp. Now, this next one, excuse me, thought I was going to sneeze for a second there. This is that bling white. Oh, wow. That's pretty. You know, at first I did not think those were iridescent, but I need to get a closer look at those. Is it iridescent or is it silver? It's just silver. Thought it was iridescent for a second there. I was like, oh my God. Be fabulous. All right. Now, because I have a base color on here, I am not going to get rid of this completely. I'm just going to do one coat of that. But I want you to be able to really see it distinctly on one side. There we go. All right, I'm much happier with that. And in the lamp it goes. Okay, we're going to pull our red one out and give that a coat of this stunning marina. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I always say that I'm not a red polish gal, and you won't see me wearing lots of reds, I'll guarantee you that. But this is, if I'm going to wear a red, it's going to be a red like this kind of a red. Now, I want this to, there we go. I want it to just be like that tip. So I'm just kind of using the magnet to pull it like up from the tip a little bit. So it sort of goes up. Now, I'm using cat eyes, and I just realized I did it again to myself on swatchers that have a magnet on the bottom. So no wonder I was having issues. I'm having issues, people, issues. Can't believe I did that to myself again. All right, while that's curing, let's get another swatcher out and do this. So I keep all of my swatchers in my little swatching thing. So let's go ahead and do another one for this marina. Oh, I'm so mad at myself about the dang swatchers with the magnets. I just love Tamara's magnet or swatchers so much. I just think they're so cute. And then I forget that I'm doing cat eyes. And struggle with the cat eyes when I really shouldn't. Okay. Coat number 1 on that one in. So let's take our gold out. Oh, look at that nail. I just think that is so pretty. So pretty. All right, we are literally just going to... Should I do the water top coat on this? No, just the regular top coat. Regular top coat on this. I was like, should I? Just the regular top coat on this nail. I want you to be able to see all of the pretty on it. Super smooth. Something like this, if you wanted it to be completely smooth with no texture whatsoever, you're going to have to encapsulate it. And you can encapsulate it with a super thick top coat. If you want to do that, you can encapsulate it with a gel. So if you wanted to do, say, like a clear builder, that would work great. But if you want that to be 100% where it is completely smooth, your shine line is straight, you're going to have to encapsulate it. There's so much glitter in it. All right. So there's that gorgeous cat eye in this. You can see it so nicely on that swatcher. All right, so we have it at the tip of our nail, and it kind of like goes up. What we're going to do is I've decided on this one is the one I'm actually going to do that fun water drop look. I just think it'll look really cool. So I'm just putting a coat of this V Shine. All right. This is the nail that has the cat eye on the one side. So when we move the nail, you can see the cat eye. You'd been able to see it so much better if I hadn't put it on a stand with a big old magnet in it. I'm so mad at myself. Anyway, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do a regular top coat on this. The heck? So just a nice, smooth top coat. Nice and shiny. That's going to go in the lamp. I'm going to pull this out, do my shiny on the one side. I don't know how much I was trying to do with that. I'm like, my God. I want to make sure those are cured all the way. So I'm going to let them have another 60 seconds because I definitely need to have it cured all the way for the water droplet. You want your top to be super, super like slick, like a diamond shiny. You don't want any stick to it. So that's it. I want to make sure it's cured. Ooh. Do you see that? A little of that came off. I could have cured that longer is what that tells me. Okay. So I don't think I'm going to do anything else to this nail, I'll be honest. I really like how it looks just like that with that gold glitter ombre on it. I just think that looks so pretty. Let that cure. All right. This is the one that we've got the top coat on. So it's just a top coat that I had because, again, I can't believe I still don't have any Born Pretty top coat, which I think is just so funny. But I did order some. Like I said, I ordered myself some, so it should be here probably in a couple of weeks. And that's the broken one, Teresa. Yeah. All right. So we're going to take this out. I'm going to move this over just a little bit. You want it to be like so shiny, it's not even funny. And again, remember I said how much we want to use of this? Clean it off. You do not want a lot on your brush. The more you have on the brush, the less it's going to give you that look you're going for. So you want to drag it down. And you can already see the water droplets forming. So again, like I said, you want it nice and thin. Once these start becoming more droplet-like, you can go back and add a little droplet here, a little droplet there, if you want to. So like even that, do you see how it is separating? But it's this area right here is taking a little longer. So I'm just going to let it sit here and do its thing. I'm going to set it to the side so it can do what it needs to do. I'm going to pull this nail out. Oof, that's so pretty. And we're going to use some of this on it. So I just want, so this has now separated. Now what you can do is, so like you see how I've got that big bubble right there on the side? Come on. So you see how I've got that big bubble that's kind of connected? If you take your brush and clean it off as much as possible and kind of pull it to one side, Pull the other way. And what I did is I'm just making it thinner right there so it's easier for those two droplets to separate, which is what they just did. Okay, so now we've just got little itty bitty tiny water droplets everywhere. So you can put, like, if I want a bigger one there, I can put a bigger one there. This works really well, I will say. I like this. I just think it's so fun. So fun. I think I want not a big one or anything, but I do want one right here. So just going to put a little water droplet there. I just think those are so fun. I love this. All right, in the lamp that goes. We're going to let that cure for 60 seconds. With this one, I want to do something a little different. Like I said, I don't know if this is a no wipe, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, not that brush. I want a brush. I want a smaller brush. So I want to grab some of this. And I'm trying to keep it together as much as possible, because what I want to do is I want it to be more like a circle right here, right? So I can go and give it a sweep like that. Now I wish that little part right there wasn't there. We're going to let that cure. And then we're going to give it another sweep once, but I didn't want to lose any of that shape. I don't have any idea if how it levels, anything like that. I didn't want to lose any of it. So I'm going to put that in there to cure. While that's doing that, let's pull this out and put it on our lovely bottle there. I am loving how pretty that gold is. Look at that gold. Ooh. I was such a silver person for so long, and I'm now getting into gold. That's a really pretty one. All right, so we have like that cool swoosh. Now, I want to touch it and see if it's sticky. That does not feel sticky, y'all. All right, I'm going to go in. I'll grab a dollop again, like I said. I'm trying to keep it as smooth as possible when I go to put it down on the nail so that we don't get that little, like I did on that one. So I'm going to bring this right here. And I want to go this way. All right, I feel like I've got too much on my brush, so I'm just going to take some off of my brush. And pull it through. I want some of that movement to it. Hopefully I didn't just screw that completely up. All right, I think I'm going to leave it like that before we get any crazier with it. We're going to let that cure for, it is so thick, that's like a 90-second cure. I want to make sure it's cured all the way through. but it did not feel sticky at all. I absolutely love all of the stuff we got this time. These are so pretty. Loving it all, loving it all. Okay, so again, this is that nail that we did the beautiful pink gel overlay on. Then we added that gorgeous Marina red cat eye with the pink, and you can see that pink on the top of it. And then I used that really fun water droplet top coat. I just think this is so cute. Look at that nail. Oh my gosh, so fun. Love that. And then this is the nail that we did the base of that slate light on. So it's that Born Pretty slate light. It's just that jelly slate. Come on. There we go, TS07. So we did 2 coats of that. We did 1 coat of the beautiful MY548, which is that bling white. And then we did some of the cool gold 3D on top, which I am very happy to say is no wipe. Yes, baby. Now, again, I'll probably wipe it down. If I was going to wear these, I would wipe it down with some alcohol before, just to get anything off. You know, they're chemicals that we're using here, so make sure we're careful with them. And then this last one is the stunning Moon Chase. That is such a pretty name, I think. Moon Chase. For this gorgeous glitter. It is so thick and chunky and beautiful. Ah, that is just so pretty. So here are our amazing products that we got this month. I love them all. Thank you, Born Pretty, for sending them to me. If you would like any of these products, you can go to their website. I will have the links in the description, and I have a discount code. It is MisTe10. Will save you 10%. But right now, I think today is the last day. So, I probably shouldn't say anything. They're having their 4th of July sale. So hopefully you pick something up on their 4th of July sale, because they had a 30% off coupon. With that, I want to wish everyone peace, love, and joy. Bye.